This video is about how to factorize a quadratic polynomial by splitting the middle terms. This is the second part where I will be considering a is any number except 1. So we know the general form of a quadratic polynomial is ax square plus bx plus c. Now a is the coefficient of x square, b is the coefficient of x, c is the constant term, and all these include the sign whichever is there in the question. So how to proceed? Step 1. We will be finding b square minus 4ac. If you are in higher grades, we know that b square minus 4ac is the one which determines the type of roots which are there for the given polynomial. So if it is equal to 0, I go to step 2. If it is greater than 0, I go to step 3. If it is less than 0, it is no solution. So let us now see the condition b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. In this case, we know if it is equal to 0, it means equal roots will be there, which means that the polynomial will be factorized into a square factor. That means a single factor repeated twice. So we just need to find root a and root c. Once we find root a and root c, ax square plus bx plus c is going to be written as root of ax plus root c the whole square if b is positive, and it will be written as root of ax minus root c the whole square if b is negative. Since both roots are same, the square term. Now the middle part, that is the b term, is determining whether we are going to add or subtract the two terms. So if b is positive, it is plus. If b is negative, it is minus. Let us take an example. 49x square plus 70x plus 25. Here a is 49, b is 70 and c is 25. So b square minus 4ac is going to be 70 square minus 4 into 49 into 25. What is 70 square? It's 4900. And 4 into 25 is 100. 100 into 49 again is 4900. So it means b square minus 4ac is going to come as 0. Now it means I need to just find root a and root c. So a is 49 means 2 7s. So a pair of 7 is there. So it means root a is 7. Similarly, c is 25. A pair of 5 is there because 5 into 5 is giving me 25. So root c is 5. So 49x square plus 70x plus 25 is equal to root of ax plus root c the whole square. Since b here is plus 70, so middle also the sign will be 70 plus. So 7x plus 5 the whole square is the factorized form of 49x square plus 70x plus 25. Next we go to the next example. 9x square minus 12x plus 4. A is 9, b is minus 12, c is 4. So b square minus 4ac is 12 square minus 4 into 9 into 4. So that is again 144 minus 144, which is equal to 0. Now a is 9, so root of a will be 3. C is 4, so root of 4 will be 2. So 9x square minus 12x plus 4 can be written as 3x. Here minus because b is minus 12. So since b is negative, it will come as root of ax minus root c the whole square. So 3x minus 2 the whole square. Minus 4ac is greater than 0. I will prime factorize ac and write all the factors together. Then I will split it into two factors p and q, which include their sign in such a way that always p is greater than q and p into q is going to give me ac, and also addition of the factors P and Q should give me P. How do we do that? There are two conditions. If AC is positive, if we see that multiplication of the first term's coefficient and the constant term is positive, I need to split it into two factors P and Q in such a way that P plus Q will give me B. When we are adding two numbers, both will be of the same sign. So it means P and Q are of the same sign and it will be of the same sign as B. So if B is positive and AC is positive, it means P and Q will also be positive. If AC is positive and B is negative, it means P and Q will be negative. Next condition is if AC is negative, that means minus some number, then I need to subtract the two factors. P minus Q should give me B, because when we are subtracting, it means both the numbers are of opposite signs. And since I have always taken P is greater than Q, P will have the sign of B and Q will have the opposite sign of B. So if AC is negative and B is positive, P will be positive and Q will be negative. If AC is negative and B is also negative, P will be negative and Q will be positive. We will see some examples to understand this. After splitting P and Q, AC into P and Q, we will be writing ax square plus bx plus c in the form of ax square plus px plus qx plus c, and then we will take two terms at a time. So ax square plus px we will group together, qx and c we will group together. Then we will be taking the highest common factors of ax square and px and qx and c. Once we find the highest common factor, then we will be splitting the middle terms and taking out the common terms and writing it by factorizing it later. Example, 2x square minus 7x minus 15. Here A is 2, B is minus 7 and C is minus 15. So first we need to do B square minus 4AC. So minus 7 square minus 4 into 2 into minus 15 is going to give me 49. Minus and minus is there, so it means the next term 4 into 2 into minus 15 is going to become plus something. So both are positive, means it is going to be greater than 0. I don't have to simplify, because I just need to know whether it will come as a positive number, negative number or 0. That's it. So I will stop with this. So once I have found out that b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, the first part is I need to prime factorize AC. So what is AC first? AC is 2 minus 2 into 15, because 15 has a minus sign. I will not simplify because I need just the factor, so I will write it just like that itself. 2 into 15 is my AC. Now 15 is not a prime number, so I am prime factorizing and I am finding that it is having the factors 3, 5 and 1. So always include the 1, which is very important, because sometimes that one plays the part in splitting. So always when we are writing AC and splitting it into factors, then you include the 1. So here 2 into 15 is now 1 into 2 into 3 into 5. Now my AC is negative and B is also negative. So since AC is negative, P minus Q should give me B, and P will have minus sign, Q will have plus sign. So minus 2 into 15, now I have to split. When I am taking 2 into 15, first I will consider 2 and 15 as the two factors P and Q. What happens? P minus Q is 15 minus 2, it is coming as 13, which is not possible. So I go to the next one. where I take 3 separately and the other terms together. So 3, if I write, the other terms are 1 into 2 into 5. So that comes to 10. So 2 into 15 can also be written as 3 into 10, where the bigger number 10 is my P. Q is 3. So 10 minus 3 is going to give me 7. So that is the B term. So this is what is the splitting which I require. So minus 2 into 15 is going to be split into 10 and 3, with 10 having minus sign because B is having negative sign, and 3 will have the positive sign. So now 2x square minus 7x minus 15 is going to be written as 2x square minus of px. So p now is minus 10. So minus 10x plus qx is again plus 3x minus 15. So first I will take the first two terms and the next two terms, group them together. So now I need to take the HCF of 2x square and minus 10x. So when I take the HCF means what? What are the highest common factors? So first, in the first step, I will always remove the x because there is one x in both the places. So if I write the x and remove it, it means 2x square is going to come as 2x, and minus 10x, 1x will go away, so it is just minus 10. Now in 2x and minus 10 I can see the number 2 is common, so I take the 2 outside and I get x and minus 5. So this is what is required of the next two terms, 3x and minus 15. In this case x is not there, common for both the terms, so I just start with the number. So 3 is a common number. I see that it comes to x comma minus 5. One thing we will note is in both the HCF, after taking the highest common factors, the last terms which are remaining will be same. So if you see here, both are having the common terms of x comma minus 5. So here first I will write as 2x outside. So what is remaining for 2x square? X is remaining, and again for minus 10x, minus 5 is remaining. So I am writing it as 2x bracket open of x minus 5 plus. Now again plus is the sign which is in the middle, so plus is written here. Also HCF is having plus 3 only, so I am writing it as plus 3, and then again what is remaining in the last step? X minus 5, so I just write it as 3 into x minus 5. Now in both the terms, 2x into x minus 5 plus 3 into x minus 5, x minus 5 is common. So when I take out the x minus 5, what is remaining? 2x is remaining in the first term and 3 is remaining in the next term. So x minus 5 bracket open of 2x plus 3 is my answer. So 2x square minus 7x minus 15 is split into x minus 5 into 2x plus 3. Let us go to the next example. Root 3x square plus 4x plus root 3. Here a is root 3, b is plus 4, c is root 3. So b square minus 4ac, when I substitute, I find it is 16 minus 4 into 3, which is 12. So it is a number greater than 0. So what is ac? Root 3 into root 3, which gives me just 3. Now since AC is plus 3, it means I will have to split it into two factors P and Q, such that P plus Q will give me B, and P, Q and B are all of the same sign. So here since B is positive, whatever I find will also be positive. So now what is the number? AC is 3. So now I split into factors, it comes into 1 into 3. So C is P into Q. There is only one possible factor over here, two possible factors over here. Since the middle term is 4, it means 3 is equal to 1 into 3, and P plus Q, when I am writing, it will come as 3 plus 1, which is equal to 4, which is the required B. So that means plus 3 has been split into plus 3 and plus 1. So when I write root 3x square plus 4x plus root 3, it is coming to root 3x square plus 3x plus x plus root 3. So I need to take the HCF of the first two terms and the last two terms. When I take root 3x square plus 3x, comma 3x, I find that x is common. When I remove that, it comes to root 3x, comma. Since I need a root 3 in the, there is a root 3 in the first one, I will split the 3 into 2 3's. 2 root 3. So root 3 into root 3 I will write. So first term is also having a root 3, second term is having 2 root 3. So there is a root 3 common. So I take that root 3 outside. So the common, after taking out root 3, what is remaining? In the first term it is x which is remaining. In the second term there is a root 3 remaining. So the HCF of the first two terms is root 3x. Similarly, when I take x plus root 3, there is nothing common in that, so only 1 is the highest common factor. Now if you check, you can see that both after taking out the HCF have the same balance numbers, x and root 3. This is how you should get. So when I write it, HCF of root 3x, if I write, and then what is remaining, x plus root 3, I'll just write directly. Again similarly the next two terms have plus 1 as the HCF and then x plus root 3 again. So when I take x plus root 3 outside, balance remaining is root 3x in the first term and 1 in the second term. So it comes to root 3x plus 1. So root 3x square plus 4x plus root 3 can be split into x plus root 3 into root 3x plus 1. We'll see another example. It is 25y square minus 35y plus 12. Here a is 25, b is minus 35, c is 12. So b square minus 4ac, when I do, it comes to a number greater than 0. Now ac is what? 25 into 12, and p, we know both are positive, which means my p plus q will give me b, and p, q and b will be of the same sign. So here since b is positive, p and q also are going to be positive. Now AC is 25 into 12. So instead of multiplying and then doing prime factorization, I am going to do separately. 25 factorize separately and 12 factorizing separately. So what is 25 into 12? Always include the 1. So 1 into 3 into 4 into 5 into 5. 12 I have written as 3 into 4, and 25 I have written as 5 into 5. So what is that? 1 into 3 into 4 into 5 into 5. So C is equal to P into Q, and P plus Q should give me B. So I will take 25 into 12 just like that itself, considering P is 25 and C is 12. Since P plus Q should give me B, 25 plus 12 is giving me 37, but B is equal to 35. So this is not possible. But I also see that 37 is very near to 35. So I just need to change a simple thing and finish off. So what I am doing, instead of taking 5 into 5 as 25, I will now take it as 5 into 4 is 20, and then balance remaining is 1, 3 and 5. So that is coming to 15. So 25 into 12 is written as 20 into 15. So if P is 20, Q is 15, and if I add both, it comes to 35, which is the B which is required. So now AC of plus 25 into 12 has been split into 20 and 15, and I see B is minus 35, and since I have added, it means both P and Q should also be of the same sign. So it is minus 20 and minus 15. So 25y square minus 35y plus 12 is going to be written as 25y square minus, I am taking 15y first because 25 and 15 will have a common factor of 5, because 20 and 12 will have 2. So for easier grouping, I am doing it as 25y square minus 15y minus 20y plus 12. Now when I take the HCF of 25y square and minus 15y, I get 5y, and the balance remaining terms is 5y and minus 3. Similarly, when I do for minus 25 20y and 12. First I take a common factor of 4 outside. I get a minus 5y and 3. But the other side I got it as plus 5y and minus 3. That is, the sign is the opposite. What I do is, since I need to bring both to the same thing, I take a minus 1 outside, and again finally I get it as 5y and minus 3. So this means minus 20y and 12 will have the HCF of minus 4. So just writing the same terms over there. First two terms have the common factor of 5y. So 5y, and then I open the bracket and write the balance inside directly. So 5y into 5y minus 3. Similarly, HCF is minus 4, so I put a minus 4, and then what is remaining? 5y minus 3. So again that is put inside a bracket. So it comes to 5y into 5y minus 3 minus 4 into 5y minus 3. 5y minus 3 is common. When I take it outside, balance remaining is 5y minus 4. So 25y square minus 35y plus 12 is going to be split into 5y minus 3 into 5y minus 4. So